This is your Solent journalism update at 1:30. Saints Vice-Chairman Les Reed has left the club. The 65-year-old had been in charge of football-related matters at St Mary's since 2010. The club has decided to go in a new direction to get results back on track and are in the process of finding a replacement for Reed. According to Bet Victor, odds are at 11-4 for Saints manager Mark Hughes to be the next to leave. 12 people have been killed, including a police officer, after a gunman opened fire at a bar in Southern California. It's been reported that at least 30 shots were fired, resulting in multiple victims with ranging levels of injury. The suspect was found dead in the bar and as of yet is unknown by the authorities. The body of 66-year-old Gerald Pragnell was found on Saturday in Southampton Common. Detectives have arrested 7 people, one of which remains in custody on suspicion of murder. Police are appealing for dashcam footage of Gerald Pragnell's silver Mercedes GLA between 6:30 a.m. and 11 a.m. from Thursday morning. We asked some Southampton residents if they still feel safe going to the Common.
I know that I choose times in the day to use the Common that are what I would view as safer, and there's going to be more people around and stuff. Yeah, I think people probably are oh, actually I won't go there because someone died.
Because this is local to where I live, and generally the sort of time of day I come here, it's a safe time like now, which is daylight. So, and if I run at night time, it would be generally with a group of people.
Yes, there's no problem at all. We've walked here for about 10-20 years, and it's just a lovely place to come. We don't go off the path, so we feel perfectly safe.
The Bank of England has announced that a British scientist will feature on the new £50 note, with the public able to offer suggestions for the new face of it. Some believe that showing a female scientist would encourage a younger generation of women to study and pursue careers in the area. Former chair of WISET, Dr. Katrina Morgan, gave us her thoughts on the debate.
I know that
one of the ways that young girls get encouraged into STEM is through role models, so I completely agree that putting a women scientist on the £50 note, whilst it might not be the only fix to kind of level the playing fields, it would definitely help encourage and inspire the younger generation to choose science as a career. So I think it is really important to have these role models visibly around us every day.
To commemorate the centenary anniversary of the end of the First World War, residents from Hampshire towns New Milton and Barton-on-Sea are holding an event along Britain's coastline to pay their respects this Sunday. Our reporter went to find out more.
With the upcoming event of celebrating 100 years since the end of the First World War, the Hampshire town of New Milton and Barton-on-Sea is taking the anniversary one step further. The event is called Battles Over, a Nation's Tribute, whereby residents from the New Forest, New Milton and Hampshire will gather on Britain's coastline to pay their respect to the soldiers who fought from 1914 to 1918. I spoke to Steve Clark, New Forest and Hampshire councillor, to explain about what is to be expected at the event.
The commemoration on Barton Clifftop on Sunday is the culmination of all the celebrations that have gone on for the past, since 2014. And it will end with the lighting of a beacon which will commemorate the end of the First World War. But there will be a parade leading up to that, and we hope that hundreds, if not thousands of people will attend.
With people across the UK gathering for Remembrance Sunday, some people argue that not all people appreciate what the men and women of World War I experienced. I spoke to Mick Boot, who formerly served in the Navy, to tell me what he thought about this debate.
Firstly, I don't think that the younger generation do appreciate what those men and women went through during the World Wars, First World War specifically. And if we'd have lost that war, they'd be speaking German now. We wouldn't need to worry about being in the EU because we'd be part of Germany. I think the hardships that they suffered in those wars was absolutely terrible.
The Nation's Battle commemoration will take place on Sunday the 11th of November at Barton Clifftop, Hampshire, starting at 6 o'clock and ending at 8:30.
A tense election night for the US midterms saw the Democrats take control of the House of Representatives. The Republican Party did, however, retain control of the Senate. This comes after another dramatic exchange between Trump and the media at a press conference last Wednesday. CNN's chief White House correspondent Jim Acosta had his press access revoked for trying to keep control of his microphone from a White House intern. That's all for us from now. You can find all our stories and more at solentjournalism.co.uk. We'll be back at 3:30 with our final update of the day.